SCA Minhag of the Week, Life Cycles. Until now we've been talking about the Berit Milah and everything that precedes the actual circumcision ceremony. Now we can basically break up that circumcision ceremony into a few sections. Section number 1 will be the songs, followed by the bringing in of the child and the introductory Pesukim verses that are recited by the Yaacob Ben, the father of the child, and as well as the responses by those present. The next section can actually be the berachot of the Berit Milah between the father and the mohel. And then after the actual circumcision happens, the berachot said by the hacham or the hachamim of Hagefen and Besamim and Asher Kiddush and the naming of the child. So we're going to break up the next few videos, each one dealing with one segment. We're going to start with this first segment, Pizmonim, bringing in the child, and the Pesukim said by the father. So as we mentioned in the past, those gathered and present start singing Pizmonim. We know the Pizmonim for the Berit Milah very well. They all appear in our traditional Pizmon book, the red book, Shirush Baha Halev Zimra. The Pizmonim for Berit Milah are on pages 405 through 413. Generally, the order that we generally use here in Brooklyn, we'll sing Yehi Shalom Be'Helenu, followed by E'iroch Mahalal Nibi, followed by Ta'ahubi, and then by Matob Manna'im. After we sing those songs a few times, and maybe some of the other songs, we get a signal that the baby is almost ready to come in. We sing Yigdal Elohim Hai. Yigdal Elohim Hai is an old piece of poetry that basically proclaims the 13 principles of faith of Judaism. And when that is finished, the Milah is ready to start. The grandmother brings in the baby, walks him all the way up to hand him to the father of the child, while everybody sings Baruch haba b'shem Adonai berachnuchem mibet Adonai Baruch haba b'shem Adonai berachnuchem mibet Adonai. The baby is there now. The father, the Yaacob Ben, is holding the baby in his arms. The sandak is sitting in his seat, ready to take the baby when it's time. The mohel is there, ready to do his job. Everybody is ready, and the Yaacob Ben, the father of the child, starts reciting Pesukim. Now, before the recitation of those Pesukim, the Minhag in Halab, as well as in Cairo and as well as in other places, was to recite at that point, in the very beginning, the Mizmor Shir HaMa'alot Ashrei Kol Yirei Adonai Ha'olech B'drachav Yechia Kapecha Kitochev Ashrei Chetoblach, etc. In recent decades, we've seen this Mizmor move to the end of the Milah ceremony after the naming of the child, based upon various rabbis and Sidurim that were published in Jerusalem and rabbis that came from Jerusalem, but our true minhag is to say it in the very beginning, and hopefully with the dissemination of these videos we'll see a resurgence of our original custom of saying this mizmor in the beginning. Now, the father says the Pesukim. We'll see him in the Kol Yaacob Sidur on page 511, as well as many other Sidurim. Says Anuchi Alimratecha, followed by Zebhei Elohim, then Hitiba B'Sonecha, as Tahpo Zebhei Sedek Ola V'Chalil, and as everybody responds, as Ya'alu Al B'Chacha Farim. Then the father, Imishkahech Yerushalayim Tishkach Yemini, Tidbak L'Shoni L'Hakim Nos Kerechi, Imnoa Alek Yerushalayim, and everybody Al Rosem Hati. The father then says the Shema Yisrael, Pasuk. He says it. All present respond in kind. Then he sings Hashem Melech. Hashem Melech is sung to the tune of Ta'ahubi, and only to the tune of Ta'ahubi, and not like you'll see some people today want to sing one verse to one song, one verse to another song. The true minhag is to sing both verses to Ta'ahubi, which is the flagship Halabi Pizmon for Berit Milah. Monai Melech. Says it, Kahal repeats it, he says it again, the Kahal repeats it again, then he says, Anna Adonai Hoshi'anna, the people repeat, Anna Adonai Hoshi'anna, they repeat, Anna Adonai Haslihana, people repeat, Anna Adonai Haslihana, and the people repeat. The father then says, Ashtet b'harut kareh b'shkon haserecha, and everybody responds, Nisbe'a betu betecha kedoshecha lecha. We're now ready for the second part of the Berit Milah ceremony.